At 6:32 a.m. on a crisp Tuesday in May 2024, the quiet of my cul-de-sac in Pine Hollow, a small suburb outside Boise, Idaho, shattered with a roar that sent sparrows fleeing. A gleaming sapphire blue Ferrari 488, its exhaust snarling like a caged beast, screeched to a stop, blocking my driveway gate. I stood at my kitchen window, coffee mug in hand, staring as a brunette in sleek athleisure and a neon green HOA jacket stepped out, flipped her sunglasses down, and unrolled a yoga mat on my sidewalk. She didn't glance at my gate, just propped her phone for a video and declared, "Welcome to Empower with Brenda. Today, we're seizing space mentally, physically, and yes, parking wherever we damn well please." I nearly spilled my coffee. I'm Ethan, a retired civil engineer, living just beyond the HOA's reacher, so I thought. I value quiet, my workshop, and being left alone. Brenda's campaign to extend her self-proclaimed empire onto my property was infuriating, but this morning's stunt was a new low. I had a critical meeting in 90 minutes with Horizon Security, a firm designing infrastructure protection systems, where punctuality was non-negotiable. Brenda's $400,000 car was no accident, it was a power play, and I was about to push back. I'd known Brenda Walsh, the HOA president, was trouble since she moved in, finding neighbors for unharmonious porch lights. Now, her Ferrari was a deliberate barrier. I threw on a flannel, grabbed my laptop bag, and strode outside. Brenda turned, her smile as fake as her tan. "Morning, Ethan." Digging the lumberjack vibe. I stopped by her car's mirror. "You're blocking my driveway. I need to leave." She stretched, ignoring me. HOA rules state shared access lanes aren't private during community hours. I blinked. "That's not real." She shrugged. "It is now? Voted in last week." I bit back a retort, knowing arguing with her was like wrestling a snake twist everything. Last month, she'd posted signs renaming the street Brenda's Boulevard, HOA Queen Eternal. Some laughed. I saw the warning. Her car was a gauntlet thrown, and I had to act fast. I warned her, "Move it, Brenda, or I'll find another way." She sipped her kale smoothie through a glass straw. "Is that a threat?" I smiled. "Not yet." Inside, I called the non-emergency line. The dispatcher said it could take hours since the car wasn't abandoned and my property skirted HOA land. Hours meant missing my meeting. That old engineer's instinct kicked in, the kind that solves problems when plans fail. My gaze drifted to my workshop, not just a shed but a haven for my restored machines, including a street-legal M48 patent tank, decommissioned but mine, capable of rolling over anything. I wasn't there yet, but the thought lingered. By 8 o'clock, I'd missed the meeting. My call to Horizon went to voicemail. Outside, Brenda and her yoga posse packed up, giggling. One pointed at my house, whispering. Brenda filmed another video. Today, we're embracing shared spaces, despite those who hoard them. Rage simmered, but I walked away, hands shaking not from anger, but from the helplessness I'd sworn never to feel again after years in crisis zones. Brenda's Ferrari, with its Kinbrin plate, mocked me. Later, a glittery blue envelope was taped to my fence, an HOA notice citing unapproved gate obstructions and non-compliant aesthetics, signed by Brenda with a star sticker. My property wasn't under HOA jurisdiction, but a new map amendment looped my land into their zone, like a lasso drawn in marker. Brenda was rewriting reality, and I wasn't letting her win. I drove to the county office the next day. A clerk, sipping from a Filet, forget it mug, frowned at the map. Submitted by Brenda Walsh with a rushed annex request. No approval record. That's fishy. Fraudulent filings, fake boundaries, and glittery threats. Brenda wasn't just a bully. She was a dictator with no oversight. That night, I opened my workshop. The tank gleamed, a relic of resolve, and I felt ready. Brenda wanted a throne. She'd meet a fortress. The next morning, a wooden sign appeared on my lawn. HOA Expansion Zone, Future Community Plaza. I ripped it out, dirt flying. Brenda materialized, flanked by 2 lackeys in polos, one with a compliance officer Greg badge. "That's HOA property destruction, Ethan," she smirked. I stepped closer. "This is my land." "Your map's a lie." Greg mumbled about easement checks, but Brenda snapped, "Don't wimp out, Greg. They photographed my gate like it was a crime scene." I checked county records again. The fake map stood, a noose around my home. I needed allies. I found Sam, a neighbor fined for overly whimsical garden statues. He sighed. She buried the Wilsons' rose garden, called it a community path. They left. Sam recalled a guy, Ted, who'd threatened to sue Brenda for fund misuse. She'd retaliated, declaring his shed culturally disruptive. He vanished. Another letter arrived, lavender-scented, demanding a 3 p.m. safety inspection. At 2:58, Brenda arrived with Greg, a new goon, and a fire assessor in a vest. "Just checking your workshop's not a fire trap, Ethan," she purred. The assessor saw the tank and froze. "Is that real?" I nodded. "M48, street legal, historic registry." He grinned. "Awesome." Brenda's smile cracked. "It's unapproved, obstructive." I handed the assessor my permits, state clearances, and a senator's letter from a veteran event. He reviewed them, then said, "He's protected under County Code 17C. Brenda gaped. "He can just have a tank?" I leaned in. "It's history, Brenda." Her crew left, deflated. Brenda lingered, staring at the tank, plotting. I spotted an HOA camera on a tree, wired for her birdwatching project. She was building a dossier to paint me as a threat. I flipped the script, posting online about the tank's restoration, inviting vets and students for tours. The narrative became mine. Brenda's Ferrari returned, parked just shy of my Gadia taunt. "This isn't over, Ethan," she called. I sipped coffee from my porch. "Good. Keeps it interesting." A plain envelope appeared on my garage, summoning me to a conflict resolution hearing for weaponized displays and patriotic aggression. Co-signed by Brenda's cousin, Lal Tatum, a self-styled HOA lawyer with no credentials. It screamed desperation. At the county office, a supervisor, Clara, confirmed my property's exemption. "They can't enforce HOA rules on you. This hearing's illegal." I prepped the tank, not for show, but for certainty. Brenda only yields to unmovable force. A flyer announced Driveway Zen, Celebrity Edition, featuring Brenda posing by my tank, captioned "Harmony Amid Steel." She'd rented a stage and lights with HOA funds, turning my yard into her backdrop. I posted nuisance law notices, historic zone, no trespassing, monitored. Sensors triggered spotlights twice, once on Brenda's son sneaking for a selfie, then on Brenda, whispering frantically, "Why isn't he scared?" Her event day brought chaos cars, chairs, influencers snapping selfies by my gate. Brenda, in lavender leggings, preached "releasing fear" on her stage, gesturing at my workshop. I started the tank's engine, its rumble drowning her. I rolled it to my property line, stopping short, a silent guardian. Cameras swung to me. Brenda froze mid-pose. I stepped out, arms crossed. Her crowd dwindled, influencers fleeing. Brenda's peace narrative crumbled. She stormed off, fuming. Days later, a fake disruption notice accused my tank of being a psychological hazard. Brenda had filed with the county safety board. 2 officials arrived, skeptical but duty-bound. I showed them permits. One, a vet, snapped a photo with the tank. They left chuckling. Brenda filmed nearby, fishing for a reaction. I gave none. Neighbors texted. Brenda was spreading lies, claiming I'd threatened to crush cars. A secret video from her Safe Streets wine night showed her calling my tank trauma. I sent it to a local paper with my permits. Their article, "HOA Targets Vet's Historic Tank," shifted sentiment. Neighbors offered support, one joking, "Can I ride it?" Brenda escalated, waving down a tow truck, screaming about child safety. The driver backed off, sensing trouble. My camera caught her sneaking near the tank, eyeing its controls. I filed a sheriff's report for trespassing. The HOA chat exploded. Why is she towing his stuff? Memes mocked her yoga by tank stunt. An emergency HOA meeting loomed, fueled by a petition with 35 signatures demanding Brenda's ouster. I hadn't planned to go, but instinct pulled me there. The crowd swelled, holding signs like "Peace, not power." Brenda, in a white suit, preached safety, subtly jabbing at my militaristic presence. I stepped forward, silent. The tank rumbled into view, driven by my friend Miguel, draped with a "legal artifact" banner. Laughter and applause erupted. Brenda's smile froze. A county lawyer, MS. Harper, took the mic, listing Brenda's abuses: fake maps, misused funds, illegal cameras. You're suspended, effective now. All altered decisions are void. Brenda's jaw dropped. She walked off, her posse scattering. I took the mic briefly. I just wanted my driveway back. Neighbors stayed, sharing HOA horror stories, some visiting my tank. A basket appeared on my porch, a toy Ferrari, a mini tank, whiskey, and a note. Should have rolled over it. The HOA restructured under Clara, a kind retiree, banning non-member harassment. Horizon called, impressed by my crisis management, offering a job. I taught kids mechanics by the tank, now a symbol of boundaries, not war. Brenda vanished, her influence erased. Would you have rolled the tank out day one, or waited like I did? Should I have ignored Brenda's taunts, or fought her narrative sooner? Was she a power-hungry bully, or a misguided control freak deserving pity? Share below, spread this if you've battled an HOA, and subscribe for more stories of standing firm, because my neighbor's already eyeing my new shed.